Join me as we talk all things true crime.
Made contact and shattered.
The missing 4-year-old. The parents have called in and the mother has went through a wall, came home, now they can't find her.
Chad, where are Lori's kids? They've been missing for 4 months. You have nothing to say?
4 were stabbed multiple times and were likely asleep during the attack. Some had defensive wounds.
Most of them had just like one that was the lethal stab wound.
Oh, what a tangled web we weave. Once I told a lie, and I told my family, I had to keep lying.
What's your, is it deemed?
We haven't cleared anybody.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being here for another ATS News live stream. Just want to say hello to everybody in chat and make sure the audio is good. We are going to be talking about a very, I guess you could say, mysterious, odd, another event in this case that just leaves you scratching your head, wondering like, wonder what that was all about. I wish we got a follow-up and a full investigation so that we didn't have these questions today. Thank you, Sherry. Good to see you. Hi, Debbie Fox. Pointer Lover. Paul's here. Christina, good to see you. Dee, Florida Best Fishing. Yay, good to see you. Johnny's here. Thank you so much, Johnny. Kent, Melly, good to see you. Being Bio Girl. Zoe. All right, we got a lot here. Letitia's here. Bobby, Angie. If I don't say your name, we're just pressing on. I've got some stuff to read. And thank you, True Crime Paralegal, for becoming a member. I really appreciate that. And welcome to the team. Sunday's here. All right, guys. So we are going to start off with just reading directly from the discovery page, which talks about this incident that took place. So as all of you guys know, the murders took place in August. This incident takes place in September. So September 21st, to be exact, a month later. And we've heard different theories and explanations of who this person was who entered the house. None of those explanations and theories have come from the district attorney, have come from law enforcement. It's been, even Shanann's family gave their reason and excuse of like who this person was. But nothing has ever been proven. And there's been other statements that, and I mean no disrespect by this, there's been other statements that the families, both the Watts and the Ruseks, have made that have been inaccurate according to discovery files and according to interviews and statements made. So they, I believe, are also, I think that they've also been given false information from the district attorney, Rourke, because not only is Chris a huge liar and Nicole Kessinger is a huge liar, but Rourke has proven himself to be absolutely untrustworthy. And I just don't believe much of what his narrative is and all that. So this, to me, is still a topic in the case that has never been really explained or solved. So we're going to get into it. A lot of people refer to this as the September woman. So we shall begin on this page of this supplemental report. I'm trying my best to read through and do this live stream like while I'm watching my little one too. My husband is literally like, let's see, 12 minutes away, more than that. So bear with me, guys, in case I get a little knock on the door as I'm reading. Okay, supplemental report. Brent Mainley, date and time of location. On September 21st, 2018. And if you guys haven't hit the like button, please do so at this time. I really appreciate it. At 18:05 hours, I, Sergeant Manley, was advised by Weld County Dispatch of a suspicious incident at 2825 Saratoga Trail within town limits of Frederick, Colorado. I was advised that the RP, Sandy, stated that she got a text message from an unknown number, and the text stated that the back door to 2825 Saratoga Trail was open. Sandy said, and Sandy is Shanann's mother, in case you guys don't know. Sandy said that there should not be anyone in or near the house at this time. I had arrived at the house with Officer Lyons. We walked up to the front door of the house and tried to open the front door. The door was secured. I looked through the windows on both sides of the door and did not see anything out of place or any sign that someone had made entry into the house. Officer Lyons and I walked around the front of the house to access the gate to the backyard. I tried to pick up on both garage doors to ensure that they were still secure. As we walked around the house, I was looking at all the windows and screens. I did not see anything out of place or that would indicate that someone gained access to the house from the windows. We walked around the back of the house. I noticed that on the back door, that the screen door was slid open. So the back of the house where the wooden deck is, this officer is realizing that the screen door is open. I walked up the steps and observed that the door was closed and that there was a security bar in place preventing anyone from entering the door. The curtains were in place and did not seem disrupted. After looking to see that all the windows and doors appeared secure in the back of the house, we walked back up to the front. As I was walking by the garage, I noticed that all the garage lights were on. I did not recall that the lights were on when I walked up the first time. The house appeared secure at the time, and I did not see any indication that someone had been in or around the house. Officer Lyons and I cleared without incident. At 1951 hours, I was contacted by dispatch again. I was told of Frank Rusek, so that is Shanann's father, called in stating that he spoke to the neighbor Nate. Nate is the guy who, as you guys know, got the video footage of Chris loading his truck up. According to Frank, Nate stated that the garage lights were still on and they had not been on in the past days. I responded back to the address and spoke with Nate. He was able to show me video from his Symphony, which is his home security system, on his phone. He showed me that a female walked up to the house at about 900 hours and was seen walking to the front door. There is no video of the female leaving the area. And shortly after, there is a black SUV that is seen passing the house slowly. Nate was able to show me 3 different videos showing the black SUV going slow by the house shortly after the female was seen walking to the front door. I did not see anyone leave the vehicle and approach the house, and did not see anyone come from the house and get in the vehicle. I was able to use a ladder that Nate provided and looked into the top windows of the garage. I did not see anything that indicated anyone was in the garage, and it did not appear that anyone went through anything in there. Nate explained that he had spoken with other neighbors in the area, and they also had not seen any lights on in the garage in the last few days. While I was looking in the windows, I pushed on the garage, sounding an alarm. I spoke to Frank by phone. He told me that he did not think the lights should have been on either. I told him about the alarm, and he stated that he did not think the alarm was set when he left the residence a few weeks prior. He asked if we could clear the house and make sure no one was in the house. They provided me with the door code for the front door. I explained that I would get a few officers at the house and we would make sure there was no one in there. Officer Lyons, Officer Perez, Decano, Officer Korsky, and other officers, arrived on scene with the image of the partly walking up to the door and not seen leaving the house. So they were shown what Nate captured on his footage. And the lights on in the garage. I wanted to make sure we cleared the house as safely as possible. All 5 of us walked up to the front door. I put in the door code and unlocked the front door. I opened the door and made several announcements. Frederick Police, anyone in the house? Frederick Police, if you're in the house, make yourself known. I did not hear or see anything in the house. I made those announcements several times while we worked through the house, clearing room by room. We did not locate anyone in the house and did not observe anything out of place or something that was obviously missing. We checked all cabinets and closets along with rooms. As we left the house, the garage lights were turned off, and all of the lights we turned on while searching the house were turned off as we left the residence. I was able to secure the house, the front door to the house, and check to make sure the door was locked. I spoke with Nate again and advised him that there was no one in the house and that if he would be able to look at his cameras again and see if he could see the female left the area and if there was a vehicle associated as on 9/22, so September 22nd, I had not heard from Nate. So the next day he never heard from Nate. I was wearing a body camera during this time. The audio and video recording have been added to this report. All right, guys. So that is just looking to make sure that that was the end of that in the discovery. Okay, that we'll save that next one, this next supplemental report for next week. Okay. So I'm curious what you guys are thinking. Now, we did do some research very early on in this case, and we linked a black SUV to the mistress. When she had her LLC company that she had, it was attached to an address in Colorado. This is where we found the gray truck as well. So you look up her company before she got rid of it, and it would show Google Maps and the address that was associated with that company. And in the street, there was a gray SUV, or I'm sorry, a gray truck, a smaller one, much like the one that Betty the neighbor described. And then in the driveway, there was a black SUV. So outside of the white Toyota 4Runner that she has in photos and that she talks about, there's 2 other vehicles that are associated with her address and her family. And that is the smaller steel gray truck and the black SUV in the driveway on Google Maps. Now, since she has dissolved her business, all that, the only thing that we really have is screenshots of Google Maps and the address that was associated with her. So keep that in mind. Just, I'm throwing it out there because this black SUV that was seen circling around the neighborhood and on Nate's footage, it's just kind of, I guess you could call it another coincidence in the case, maybe. I don't know. But hey, Roxanne and everyone else who joined. I see Alex Erickson is here. Good to see you, Wild Thing. Freaking, I swear you change your name every week. You're always going to be Carol freaking Claus to me. It's good to see you. But guys, hi Unravel. We're doing a live stream after this over on Alex Erickson's channel. So after this live stream, I'm going to direct you over there. And we're going to do a live stream on Madeline Soto's case because we've been digging through a lot of that stuff for a while. And we're going to discuss everything that's come out. I did notice when Officer Dahl went to Nate's him and his wife were recording, their surveillance recorded. So there is that. I'll send you a picture, ATS News. Okay, thank you. So they recorded Nate showing them the footage. Thank you, Melly, for gifting a membership, and welcome to that member. Adrian, good to see you. Pointer lover, I think I already said hi to you, but you get 2 highs. Okay, so again, who is this female? Why was the screen door open? Everything else was locked up. The garage light was not seen on. Suddenly it's on. Just very strange things taking place. And this was never explained to us and explained who this person was. Coming in at nighttime as well. So it wasn't a during the day, like, oh, I'm just going to swing by and I'm part of the defense team, this or that. Like, no, it was nobody that was supposed to be in the house. Hi, Keenly. I don't know. If everything was secure, windows were secured and all that, how did this person get in to turn the garage lights on? That's confusing me. And the officer said that he didn't think the lights were on, while he was doing the surveillance. Yeah, the black SUV kept popping up. In the day 1 body cam footage with Chris, you can see in the background, like while Chris is speaking with Coonrod and Detective Baumhover comes over, in the kitchen through the windows, you can see a random black SUV parked in the construction area and the area that they were building those townhouses and stuff behind them. It was very random. It's been kind of a random thing that's never really been explained. Who owns it? Exactly, Tabitha. It's very bizarre. So this is just another thing that has been, a mystery, so to speak. She had knowledge of how to get in that secured home. Right. Who is this woman? And she's seen walking up, but she's not seen like getting out of a vehicle. So did she walk from down the road? Why have you never heard of the back screen door being open? Yeah, this kind of topic has been kind of brushed over a lot. What was this, the event where Chris's medicine cabinet was left open and the hydro flask was left on the back porch? I'm not sure. I don't know. If they still had Vivint, it would record any activity, so we should know if someone opened the doors. Yeah, right. We should know. And that's the thing, is the Vivint, is very vital in answering a lot of questions of ours. And oddly enough, district attorney sealed the Vivint records. So we could go into their Vivint records and look on this date. Now the garage door alarm went off while he was trying to kind of make sure it was secured. So I'm assuming that the Vivint was on, even though Frank says he didn't think that they turned the alarm back on before he left. I don't know. That's also another weird thing. So, we could have our answers answered right away. And I seen somebody says, it was on September 21st, James. So like a month and like, I don't know, couple days, a little over a week after the murders. So yeah, this question could be answered very easily. We might not have any reason to think that this is a mystery. Hi, Marshall, Dove, and Delaney. Good to see you guys. Yeah, I wonder how much footage we didn't get to see. Well, we don't get to see this Nate footage that he's showing the cop, unfortunately. Like, let us see what this woman looks like. It's ridiculous. Oh, Holly, it's just so hard to keep up with every little odd event that took place in this. So it's not that you're living under a rock. It's just, it really takes combing through this discovery and digging to find certain things. Yeah, I think so too, Adrian. There's so much that's been hidden from us. Ring doorbell footage from neighbors we never got to see. This footage from Nate we never got to see. I mean, the list goes on. Yeah, yes, Cynthia, that's correct. Is they tried to say, which was Shanann's family, and this is a long time after the case, a year or more. Once YouTubers and people started like digging into things and questioning things, it had come out that they said it was one of his lawyers. They said that it was the defense forensics team. There's been like so many different things that they said. Nothing has ever been. Oh, Christina says, I remember too, something about the realtor. Right. There's been so many things that people have tried to say like this. Yeah, exactly. If it was Chris's attorney, then let us see. Right. What's the harm in showing this video? What's the harm? Yeah, do attorneys work at night? Right. And why are they not parking in front of the house or in the driveway and just walking in? Why are they seen at night, like walking? Nobody saw the vehicle they got out of. Who is this SUV circling? Like, it's just too much. No, it was not during the day. It was nighttime. So, it doesn't make much sense that it would be the defense team, anybody associated with the defense team. And again, a lot of people heard that and were like, oh, okay, I guess we'll just believe that. I'm not somebody, I don't care who says it. It could come from, I don't even know, could come from anyone. I'm not going to believe it until it's shown to me and proven, because there's so many things in this case that have been like, oh, look over here, don't look over there. Oh, no, let's not talk about that. Or no, it's not that. It's not what you're thinking. It should be absolutely easy to just say like, yep, here's the footage. And you can see that this is that woman that's sitting next to him in court. It was his defense attorney. That's never been shown. That's never been explained. The defense team had been in and out of the house, but that was in August. And that was before they, they were in and out doing their work and then done way before September 21st. And I'm assuming, since everyone calls him Nosy Nate, that Nate would have recognized one of those people, since they were in and out living right next door to him. So if it was somebody that he'd seen previously, I don't think that he would call and be like, there's a suspicious incident taking place. He would just recognize like, oh yeah, I seen her there before. So that's just my opinion. I feel like it's a topic that's never been explained. We actually have body cam footage of them doing the search. This is the day after. So it'll show in the morning, the day after. And then I believe we also have the night of on here as well. So yeah, let's start with this, or let's just watch this together, guys. Hi, Zawoki. So I'm curious, who do you guys think this female was? All opinions are welcome. Okay, so people are saying NK, a friend of NK maybe, NK. And while I got it paused, thank you so much, the purple one, for the super chat, and good evening to you. Good to see you. Hi, Private Eye, good to see you. Sherry says NK. Zawoki says he thinks it's NK. Angie says it's NK, in my opinion. NK, of course. Who else would have the balls to go over there and do that. Remember, she thought at that point that she was going to be a witness in the case. Did she feel safe enough to go in there or to see if she could get in there? This footage is the day after the incident. So as I read in the supplemental report, they went in there the night of, which will come after this footage, and then they went the next day as well.
The drapes appear closed on the back side. See if we can make our way around.
Okay, and this is a good question from the House Huddle. If you guys haven't checked out her station, her channel, she also covers the Watts, and she does really good analysis of the case. She says, ATS, do we know the date the defense team went in? Was September woman before or after? So September woman is after. The defense team was doing their house forensic analysis and all that on August 17th. So the week of the murders and the week after the murders, the defense team was in fact at the house, removing items, doing everything that they need to do on their part. So that is the date for when they were there. So, a month prior.
Check that bottom window. Security bars in place too.
So security bar was in place. So whoever, attempted to get in or was looking to get in, slid the screen door open, realized the door was locked. There's a security thing there. They're not getting in. And they didn't bother shutting the screen door. Now we see the officer shut it himself without gloves on, with his bare hands. We don't know of any fingerprinting that was done on this screen door. And now we have the officer's prints on it. And I believe we just saw Nate and his back porch watching. See, like this looks like there's a silhouette here over to the left. I don't know if you can see my mouse. But see, he's like leaning on his railing there. You guys see that? I think that's Nate, just like, because obviously he made the call. Ruseks know about this. They make the call. I don't know, just interesting.
Security bars in place too.
Also, something that's noteworthy and to remember, these back houses are vacant. So we see these gray ones, we see, these driveways are completely empty. That's why it stood out so much to everyone in the body cam footage on day one when they seen a black SUV like parked in one of these driveways, because they don't have, let me just show you again, they don't have like residents living in them yet at this point in 2018. So whoever was out back tried to get in. I mean, how easy would it be for them to just run through this back? None of these people have Ring cameras. There's no one living here. So it's a very easy escape. Like, oh, it's locked. I can't get in. Let me just run. Or let me wait for this SUV that's circling around to come find me. I seen Zawoki asked who I think it was. I honestly think it was NK. I think for whatever reason, hi Valerie, good to see you. She needed to get back in there. I don't know why. I think that she was desperate to either hide something, take something, maybe plant something. I don't know. But for me, especially since we never get to see the footage or have an explanation to this, I really do think that it was NK. And I believe that Nate was made to sign a gag order in this case. Right?
The garage light's on. I don't know if it's left on or not. Okay. It's secure from what I can tell. What? Which ones? I don't know, I couldn't tell. Huh? Well, they could have turned out. I doubt they're active with my momentum. I'm more focused on the door. Action lights. And they may have left them on. I don't know.
Hey Jay, good to see you.
Take a look. That security bar was dropped in the back door, so yeah. I don't think anybody's gone in.
So as you heard, they felt like when they went and did the second day surveillance of the place and clear it, that they didn't think anyone had entered the house. This is the night of. So this is the 21st. So the call came in September 21st. We read through the supplemental report. All these officers' names had been listed in that report, and they are doing. They will do the clearing of the house right now. So this is obviously going to have a lot of them screaming, make yourself known, blah, blah, blah. So be prepared for all that. They're obviously clearing the house. But this is the night of. A gag order, Tiffany wants to know. A gag order is like a legal contract, I guess you could say, where the district attorney presents something and pretty much says, like, you can't discuss this. And okay, so it's a judge's order that a case may not be discussed in public. A gag order is an order, typically a legal order by a court or a government, restricting information or comment from being made public or passed on to an unauthorized third party. The phrase may sometimes be used of a private order by an employer or other institution. So he did go on Dr. Phil, but there were topics that he never discussed. So he keeps things very limited in things that he ever did share with the public. And then, hey, Punksy, thanks for becoming a member. And then he, his mother wrote a book about the case. So not him, but his mother did, which I always thought was odd because it's like, well, if we want to hear from anyone, like, what about Nate's perspective? But I believe personally that he has been given a gag order and cannot discuss certain things. Yeah, transparency is the root of justice. Agree. Yeah, why not park in the driveway? Why drop someone off? Right. And why did Nate not see them, like, leave? Like, if you're not doing anything odd, like, shouldn't you have just been seen walking up and then walking away the same way? Thank you, Johnny, handing out tea for everybody. And no problem with the questions either. We don't mind. Nate's camera was in the front, and it at the time of the crime, I don't know what it was facing afterwards, but it was facing, his truck and his driveway and a little bit of the Watts. But he did not have cameras in the back of the house at this time.
Frederick Police Department, anybody in the house? Frederick Police Department, anybody in the house, make yourself known. Frederick Police Department, anybody in the house?
So the footage, again, that we're watching right now is September 21st, a month and, a little over a week after the crime took place. And Nate, the neighbor, texted Shanann's family and said, I seen somebody suspicious walking up to the house. I didn't see them leave. And I've seen a black SUV circling the area very slowly. And now the garage light is on, and it was never on prior. So they all called it into the police department to have them check it out.
Okay, you got an open closet over there.
Okay. I got you long.
Slow and steady, guys.
Okay. Coming out.
Pushing up too close.
Copy.
Kelsey, I'm coming into your hallway.
Copy.
Still got that bathroom?
Yep.
I'm gonna pass by it.
Copy.
Opening a connecting door. Not a connecting door. Closet, I'm coming behind it. Clear, I'm coming out.
Okay. Did you guys get this closet?
Nope.
Ready?
That's the basement, I think. Let's clear the garage. Cook, see where you're at, we'll come out to the garage. Brunswick Police Department, anybody in the garage? Brunswick Police Department, make yourself known.
So they're opening the interior garage door. I want to hear if we can hear the Vivint alert. So bear with me as I just try to listen, because if the Vivint alert on the inside interior garage door was open, you would hear interior door open. We've heard it in some of Shanann's Facebook Lives, so I'm just curious.
Cook, see where you're at, we'll come out to the garage. Brunswick Police Department, anybody in the garage?
I heard a little beeping as soon as he opened it.
Brunswick Police Department, make yourself known. Coming out.
Okay. Did you guys get this closet?
Nope.
Ready?
That's the basement, I think. Let's clear the garage. Cook, see where you're at, we'll come out to the garage. Brunswick Police Department, anybody in the garage? Brunswick Police Department, make yourself known.
Interesting. Thank you for that.
Coming out, Cook.
There's no way to get in like on the top or anything?
I don't see any access. Just no access points.
Is it sealed off on the top on that side? Yeah. Never mind.
Looks secure. Come back in.
Coming out.
Now. Garage lights are off. Cook, you coming back towards you.
Blue coming out.
Okay, I'll pull the door once you guys are ready.
You want to make that announcement?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Brunswick Police Department, anybody in the basement? Brunswick Police Department, make yourself known.
I'm sorry, but how nerve-wracking to like have to clear a house not only this big, but walking down into the basement that they have. Like basements are already creepy, but they don't know if anybody's down there.
Gotcha.
department, anybody down here? Robert, police department, anybody down here?
Yes. I'm just looking for Florida's comment. I still think if Nicole Atkinson hadn't left Shanann's house to go to her doctor's office looking for her, NK would have been trapped in the house till the cops arrived. I think she snuck out. I definitely could see that for sure being the truth. Quick in and out for evidence, right? Something was risky. Something was worth the risk to go there, in my opinion. Oh, for sure, Tiffany. For sure. And another thing that we could just have squared away and like figured out is if we had the Vivint alerts, we would know like if somebody really was in the house. But that's sealed up. Hi, Beach Bomb. Good to see you. What if that's what took Chris so long to get to the front door? Him hiding her, getting her out back or out the basement windows. I think that's also a possibility. As well as maybe planting the ring on the nightstand. Running up, putting the ring there. I don't know. But yeah, that's definitely been theorized and definitely possible. Maligator says, and I think the cops knew that. Mm-hmm. And good to see you. Oh, okay. That's Betty on that side. Betty and Nate, both great neighbors, though. Why the F didn't they tape off the house as a crime scene and let Chris sleep in there the first night? He had all night to get rid of any evidence. And one of the supplemental reports the next day when they showed up clearly states the house had a very heavy odor of cleaning products. So, yeah, he for sure spent the night cleaning. Now, even cleaning up blood or whatever would still have shown when they did the luminol and all that, because they did use all that. So why was he cleaning? What was he cleaning? Who told him to clean? I mean, were anyone instructing him? Do I really think NK had the code to get in the house? Yes, I do. But I think that they were using a different method to get her in, because Nate said something about people walking through the side gate or something like that. Refresh my memories, guys. He had stated something like that. And isn't it interesting? We don't have like a full interview with Nate, like recorded. We have like the babysitter. We got friends of Chris, friends of Shanann. But like, I want to hear from Nate. That's another thing that seems to be hidden. Me too, Alligator. She said, I think she went in the back. And remember, in Chris's own interview with Tammy, he's describing their windows in the basement. He said they're not, our basement windows isn't like the deep basement windows where they're small and you got to look up. Like they're garden windows, you can just walk right in. Okay, Nate said he'd seen Chris coming out of the side gate to get Shanann's car that he had parked on the street. Yeah, and I remember Frank saying, like, you know, they never parked that Lexus out on the street, so they were wondering why that was taking place too. There is a video of friends talking about Shanann. I think Nate talks for a few minutes in that one. Oh, thank you. Yes, Trent was linked to NK. Garden windows, yeah. Yeah, she could go right over that fence, honestly. Exactly. No cameras out back, nobody living out back. He snuck her in, right? Nate would have been interviewed, but we get Trent Bolt. Right. Yeah, give us Trent Bolt. And did you notice Trent Bolt's interview? Super good quality, very colorful. Camera is like, you know, brand new. You could even see, you know, the marks, the makeup he was wearing in that interview. That's how good of quality it was. We would look to get, you know, Troy's interview on camera. No, not going to happen. An interview with Nate at all, even on camera. No, not going to happen. NK's interview, not the best quality, but we get Trent's and it's literally in HD. Yes, I remember, Delaney. Small world.
That might be what I'm thinking. I'm sure. It's right there.
Good point, Dave.
Stuff.
Yes, Paul. NK was always treated as a witness. And remember, last week we kind of went over her text messages with her girlfriend, Charlotte. And Charlotte and her texting back and forth. She's reading them to Kobach, and she says, Charlotte says something like, I know you can't say much about the case because you being a witness, you could tamper things or something along those lines. And then NK also says, like, I told them, like, I'm not in any trouble. I'm just a witness. So, like, she really was under the impression that she wasn't going to be in trouble. So why wouldn't she feel comfortable? Oh, let me grab something real quick. I need to make sure that they don't find this or that was in the house. Let me see if I can get in. It was worth the risk for her to go back, in my opinion. And I don't know how the garage lights turned on. Maybe she tried to, like, I don't know. Did she gain access to this house, you guys think? Or do you think it's like the officer said, like, that we had already watched, where he says, I don't think anybody got in? I was surprised she didn't leave Jim alone to go for her. Right. He was probably driving the black SUV. Yeah, she probably felt like enough time had passed. Nobody would notice. Yes. The teams were in and out of there already. Like, why not go in there? Holly says for sure had access. Exactly. She would do anything. I think so too. I really think so. Planting Trent Bolt, deleting text messages, deleting calls to Chris the day of that they all went missing. She doesn't have much integrity. So, of course, she would probably try to, like, cover something up or do something drastic to cover it up. Yes, NK was nuts. And we have, through the grapevine, we hear that she had bipolar disorder. Don't know if that was ever even true, but, if she has some sort of personality disorder, would that have made her think, like, oh, I can do this, I can get in that house? I don't know. There's just so many aspects of it. Yeah, maybe her SIM card was there, the broken one. Yeah. NK will 100% commit. Oh my gosh. Only question is who? God. Yeah, she ruins lives as a hobby. Going back in was fun for her. They would have seen NK and Frederick the morning of the crime if they had checked traffic light cameras that were in Frederick. Right. And anything that was checked, they wouldn't put that information in the discovery that we have. The discovery we have is solely the narrative from the state, the district attorney, who had her as a witness. So that's why it's, like, imperative that, if Chris could release his own discovery from the defense team, that would be something. But yes, I agree. This started way before she even worked with him. Yeah, you're not the only one who thought maybe it was spirits. Hey, Cindy, good to see you. If we can figure out NK tried to interfere with the investigation, like sending Trent as a decoy, how the hell did the police fail to hold her responsible? He signed the plea deal. Everything got shut down. Because things like DNA, things like all this processing stuff, like that takes weeks. And this happened mid-August. Plea deal was signed by November. Yep. I've seen a lot of people say, like, yay, I'm so glad I caught alive. I'm glad you guys are all here. Thanks so much. Yes, Heather.
Blue coming out.
Coming out. Okay, you check this closet?
Yeah.
Okay.
We checked out the kitchen cabinets and stuff.
I'm gonna check the top, see if there's a back.
Yes, Dr. Oz did an interview with Nate, but who knows what is true. And hi, Tony. And the thing is, too, they're not asking questions like, you know, who did you see in September? You know, like certain questions he probably wouldn't answer. Why didn't they check in Darko cameras to see what time NK got to work? I smell a cover up here, ladies and gents. Yeah. Come on now. We got a ping from NK's phone near the house the morning that they all die, allegedly. And we don't know what time she got to work. But people want to say you guys are conspiracy theorists. Come on. Yeah, NK, she's 100% a power tripper, a control freak. If this guy doesn't toe her line, who knows what she's going to do? If this new guy, right. Something else I wanted to say before I press play. Yeah, they actively didn't want to find evidence on Kay. Not that it wasn't there. It clearly is. Right. They needed her to be the Amber Fry of the trial. District attorney seeing that wasn't going in that direction because I think the cops were kind of like, you know, this isn't adding up and this is your star witness. He's like, yeah, I'm getting pressure from the oil companies too to shut this thing down also. So let's get him to sign a plea deal. Yeah, she didn't clock in like she usually does. And no, the lazy dog, there's a live stream based on that. They didn't have they didn't have the footage or the receipt or something from the night they were there. Ridiculous. Yeah, exactly. We discussed that too. Just find it odd. NK's father owned a black SUV. Yeah. Yes, I did, Delaney. I did.
Clear.
Coming out to you, Kate. All right.
Look for any like vents like those that are big enough that maybe they open.
Let's go clear upstairs.
Oh,
Frederick Police Department, anybody upstairs? Frederick Police Department, anybody upstairs? Make yourself known. You guys want to cover me? I'll grab the gate.
I'll hold down here.
Sir, coming out.
Copy.
Come to your last director. Go.
Yeah, exactly, Stephanie. It will forever blow my mind that they actually left Jim alone. If I were a cop, I would have immediately went to speak with him after she said that. Exactly. Yeah, we never hear why the police still have Chris's phone. Yeah, their mortgage, I believe, don't quote me, but I think around the time of the crime, it was around $3,500 a month. I don't know if that's 100% accurate. He might have had an interview that we never get to see as well, or I believe maybe he could have gotten a lawyer to say, my client has nothing to say. You're not going to get to him unless you get through me. And they were just like, oh, I just want to talk to him. I don't know. I know it's a nice house. I would have loved to have it, but would hate to clean it. Yeah. I hate how close they are to the neighbors, and I hate how they built all those townhouses right behind them. Yeah, it makes you wonder what was left in that house. And was left in the house.
Sir, keep going up. No. Sir, you look asking if there's come to be honest.
Hey.
You good? Fine? Yes. Right, good. You going out? Which one do you want? You go out on the street. Good.
Admit says, I bet there was a hiding place built in for security. Oddly enough, in the laundry room, there is an attic. So up on the ceiling, there's like something, a string that you pull down, and there's like a crawl space up there. Now, we don't get to see, I don't think, if they checked that this time around. We know that in the first few days on the body cam footage, they absolutely did check that. But this time around, I don't know.
Hey, coming up. No. Go on the right. Copy. As long as you're with me, we'll take you on the right. Ryan, quickly, just hold on the left. going on there? Brother, police department, make yourself known.
They definitely checked it the day that Jane went in, but that was the day after, I think.
Copy. 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 Copy.
Laundry room and the access panel up there?
There's no one readout.
It's not, okay.
Maybe you can see where it's been held up by. Whether we're in the last check, it's just in there. Okay. Go ahead and make this place like it was when we came in.
I had it, yeah, I had it switched there.
All right, we're coming down.
Copy.
I'm going to the backyard going.
I was in back there.
You've been on this a couple times. Just quiet off.
All lights on.
What's that?
All the lights.
All right, guys.
Good. Will we get the garage lights off? We get the garage lights off? Okay.
Okay. Got everybody?
Those two are going out.
Okay, let's go. I'll be the last one out.
I'm gonna kill the lights, it's gonna get dark.
And that's that, guys. And I agree, Chris should never have been let back in the house. I could find the date when they came to clean the house out. I believe there's an old HLN report on that. Not entirely sure because it shows in the beginning of the stream, they went in this night on the 21st and then they went in again on the 22nd and the Ruseks weren't there. But I don't know. But anyways, guys, we are doing a live stream, like I said, over on Alex Erickson's channel on a different case. Join me over there. Hold on, let me share the link in chat. So we're just going to talk about a different case over there in like 10 minutes. So join me over where this link is. Putting it in chat right now. But yeah, final thoughts, guys. Who went in this house? Or she went in to steal something. Something was worth the risk, either to hide something, like plant something, or take something away, something she left there. That's the common opinion of why they let Chris stay at the house. That they didn't think that he did anything at that point, so they let him stay. But there's other cases where they've been like, well, do you have somewhere to stay tonight? We just want to make sure. So I just don't get why they didn't do that in this case. Hey, Scottish Queen. Scottish Queen, who do you think September Woman was? Florida says NK. Alex Erickson's channel. I shared the link in chat, so to bring you right there. NK are the helpers. NK, you said. Allison thinks the Watts sent someone in. For who and for what? What female would the Watts have known in Colorado? Very curious. I think maybe the ring they talked about. I don't know. Good theory. NK. NK. I don't even need to keep saying the name. I'm just going to pull them up. Or Danielle, her friend. Yeah. Agree, Florida. Something she gave Chris, and he kept it in his part or the bathroom. She took it back. She might have gone back for the crystal left under Bella's bed. So that is also something that's kind of been misreported. It wasn't a crystal. It's described as a rock. So I know sometimes people call rocks crystals and stuff, but we just don't know like exactly what it was. It's just described as a rock. I'm thinking his folks. Oh, before I leave, how are you feeling and doing with the pregnancy? I am feeling big and tired, but I'm doing good. Yeah, I've got less than 2 months left. The stuff in the blue bag. Interesting. A quartz stone crystal. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. All it is described in what we have is rock. Maybe she was looking for whatever they used to possibly sedate Shanann. Yeah. Something she gifted that could be traced back. Right. Oh, the Watts family looking for ashes of his grandmother. Maybe just a guess. His grandmother passed after the murders. So they visited her. I mean, after he was in prison already. So they visited her at the nursing home in North Carolina. And then she passed after his sentencing. And it might have been a crystal, but we just know that it's described as a rock. All right, guys. Oh, looking for a bottle of pills, possibly. It's a good theory. Yeah, I mean, we'll never know why they didn't tape that house off. Well, the thing about when you're given immunity is it's only good until you're like caught in a lie. So immunity can be taken back if they discover you have lied and things have been misrepresented. So then it makes your immunity deal null and void. But guys, join me over on Alex's channel. And again, we'll discuss this case again next week. Thank you, Tabitha. Appreciate that. And yeah, we'll do another deep dive and discuss this more. If you guys have more to say, then just comment down in the comment section. I have to jump over there. I hope you guys join us over there. And we'll talk next week on this case. Tomorrow night, we're going to talk about Stephen Stearns and Madeline Soto here anyway. So we're going to go over there, brush up on some information, and then tomorrow convene here at my usual time around 8 and discuss it here with you guys. Yeah, I'm doing a double shift tonight. But yes, thank you so much, Florida, and all my moderators, Melly, Florida, Scottish Queen. Alex Erickson's channel. And yeah, Being Bio Girl, all my mods, all, you know, Adrian, you guys are awesome. Tony, appreciate you all. Thank you for those who joined the membership, and the purple one for your super chat. Anyone who hit the like button, thank you so much. I will link it again in chat right now, the next live stream. So it's being linked again. So who's, oh, his? No, it's a her. Alex Erickson. I just linked the link, so you don't even have to look it up. You just click it. All right, guys, join me over there. Hit that like button on your, and good night, everybody. Bye.